Today, we have a great opportunity to talk with Zilva Boaz, DTM, our immediate past District 87 Director. And I am Ronawati Wongso, your host for today's podcast. First of all, I would like to welcome you, Zilva, to this podcast, and thank you very much for your time accommodating my request of this chit-chat.
Thank you for having me, Burona.
Thank you. And congratulations that District 87 achieved Distinguished District. For me, it was really a pal because I thought it was impossible because even 1 month before June 30th, it seems that we were in a great shortage. I think about 250 members, and the number of clubs was only 115, 10 clubs. Although on the Distinguished Club, I think we already met. So I thought that, Zilva was running around trying to get new members and trying to get more clubs, but do we really have enough time? So you really pull the impossible, and I really admire you for your effort that finally it paid off. So I say that with persevere, nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. So congratulations for your achievement. Although you said that, all of you contributed. Of course, we all contributed. Otherwise, it wouldn't make all the numbers. But the driver is you. You are the one who is driving it. So how do you feel for just completing your term as district director with flying color? And because I see the history, District 87 has not achieved Distinguished District for quite some time. I think the last time was when Sutarno was the district director.
Yes, 9 years ago, Ibu Rona. If you ask me how do I feel, I think it's a mix. It is very relief because all the hard works, everything that we have put, the energy, effort, time, it is really paid off. So I'm very grateful that finally it's done. It's not only because it's done, but then we make it, we achieve the goals that we have been set. Because in the very beginning, we already said that we're going to achieve Distinguished District. And that goals, I really keep emphasizing every time I came to the club, in the TLI, when I visit each division, or even in the district conference. So I think I can say that I'm relieved and I'm so grateful that it is done. It is not over, it is done.
Yes, okay. And what is your strong drive to achieve Distinguished District? And then second of all, I know that you want to achieve a Distinguished District, but why you wait until the last minute, only 1 month before June 30th, that you actually drove to make the effort to get all the numbers achieved?
Right. Thank you, Ibu Rona. If you're asking what is the main driver of all these things that we achieve the Distinguished District, I must say that the drivers is the resource that we have, the leaders and the members. Definitely. I have been surrounded by very supportive leaders, senior district officers, division directors, area directors, including you, not only from the current district leaders, but also the past leaders. That's why it is really important, if you are serving in each level, always engage with our past leaders, because they are the one, they have the experience and all that can give us the advices and solutions that we've never been experiencing before. So if the drivers, it is the leaders and the members. And if you're asking me if I did everything and complete everything in the very last minute, I think I need to make it a correction on that, because it is a continuous journey and effort, Ibu Rona. So for instance, when we chartered Coca-Cola, in very last minute on June 30, 2 clubs, but it is actually since last year. Remember that we chartered one first Coca-Cola, CCEP, last year, I think in November or December. And then we keep maintaining and communicating with the person in charge there. And then communication still going on, and then discussions, meeting and all. And then they finally decided to charter like another two clubs by the end of autumn. So it is not the last minute, but it is a continuous journey that, and also time and process that we made with them. So yeah.
A lot of effort in the backdrop, which we did not see, but because we see like in the last month, there were additional 10 paid clubs and like 250 members.
Correct. So the final 10 clubs, it's actually 3 new clubs, Lu and 2 Coca-Cola clubs, and the rest 7 clubs is the clubs that we maintain them to become the active club. So there already exists in our dashboard, basically. Right.
Yeah, but because they did not have at least 8 members, so it was not
8 members.
Yeah, so with additional new members or renewing members, then become paid clubs.
Correct. And also there is like a circumstances in the ERP maintenance and launch by Toastmasters International that made all of us like having some struggle or challenge in renewing the members in the website. So that's also part of this journey, and why we like seems that we recap everything in very last minute. But yeah, it is what it is, like 2-3 months before we finish, then the ERP maintenance been launched. So it's kind of like struggling for everyone as well.
Yeah, thank you. And maybe let us refresh what your goal when you become district director and what was your vision.
All right. Thank you so much, Ibu Rona. Again, I really like when people ask about the goals. I think if I were the member, I also ask the leader, what is your goals? What is your vision? What is your mission? So the goals, it's definitely simple. And I was very firm in the very beginning that we're going to achieve distinguished district. It's not about the title again, Ibu Rona, but again, the DCP itself is likewise in the club level. It is a parameter, how to measure the performance of the club as well as the members. So if we have the distinguished district, meaning that we can say we have a distinguished club, and also we have the sufficient members to run the club, sufficient active members to run the clubs, as well as everyone is performing or delivering the project or speech, meaning we're talking about the quality. So if we have this distinguished district, meaning that we have an equal number of the quality of a club and the members, as well as the quantity, the leaders and the members who run the clubs. So yeah, that's basically the goals that I have been set in the very beginning.
What is your vision at the time?
I think the vision that I have on the time, it's basically I would like everyone to enjoy the Toastmasters learning experience. So if they enjoy the Toastmasters learning experience, it actually can spread to everyone who attend our meeting, our project, our HPL and everything. And then they can see, oh, okay, so this is what Toastmasters has benefit this kind of person, that it really can improve them from someone to become, I'm not saying hero, but or somebody, but again, everyone is improving, we can see it. So if we have learned the Toastmasters experience, then I think it can be spread out to people around us so they can see and they would like to also taste what Toastmasters experience is all about. Yes.
We know that we have achieved distinguished district and you have achieved your goal. But as in anything, there are always more that we would like to do. So what would you have done more if you continue in your role as a district director?
Thank you, Ibu Rona. I think I'm currently serving as the immediate past district director because we cannot hold 2 terms in a row in subsequent for district director or any district leaders, senior district leaders, basically. And I'm not willing to anyway because it actually will cost a lot, time, energy, everything, even material thing. So yeah, currently I'm serving as the IPDD and my role as the IPDD is basically to guide the current DD in leading the District 87. It is not I'm the one who's going to lead District 87 again, but I am be the advisor of the current district director if he needs an advice or solutions or anything. So yeah, I'm like standby leader.
Okay, but if you have more time, what you could have done better or what you have done more in District 87. So this is like, although you are not the person in charge right now, or you are not in the driver's seat, but at least then your successor have a point of view which you think you could have done better. And if he thinks it's a good idea, then he might continue that.
Yes. Very good question, Ibu Rona. I think if I could have done better, I think I would like to visit more clubs physically. But back then, it was definitely impossible because if we visited the club in person, we meet the person, we greet them, we shake their hands, we hug them, we have more engagement with them. So we feel close, and then they would not be hesitated to share anything or to ask for guidance or advice from me. So I think that's something I would, if I could have done better. Yes, visiting more clubs physically. But what I did back then is like every time, like every single day, I attended Zoom meetings, like, and I cannot say no to any requests from the club members.
Thank you. And I know that you have been successful as a district director. Maybe if you can share the obstacles and challenges you experience.
Right. Okay, the main challenge, Ibu Rona, it was from the corporate clubs. I'm not saying that corporate clubs is difficult, no, but it is the situation that made it difficult because of the COVID and all that. Because when the COVID hits us, definitely corporate clubs will focus more on first thing first, like how to survive their operations and their business instead of like improving the members. That will come or that will go on the second place. And then second of all, most of the corporate clubs as well, they see Toastmasters as their like extracurricular or something like that. So it is not like mandatory for the employees or the members because everyone, most of them is fully supported by the company. So the sense of belonging is not like us. I mean, we are from community club, we paid our annual fees. So we don't want to waste, the investment that we already made. But when you are being fully supported by everything, you've got the convenient and all that. So the sense of belonging is not really there. So that's the main issue or the main challenge that we've been facing for the corporate clubs. Yeah, most importantly, during COVID time, it's definitely difficult to charter or to build, even to maintain or sustain the corporate clubs.
We lost many of the corporate clubs during that period.
Yes. Correct. We lost like almost 5 or 6 clubs.
And some of them are new corporate clubs actually, because I know like there are 2 in Division B.
Correct.
Which probably will get suspended this term.
Yeah, hopefully if they keep renewing or being reinstated, so they can become an active club again.
Thank you for sharing. And you have been a district director for 1 year. What do you learn as district director? And what benefits do you get? And is it as you expected?
All right. If you're asking me, Ibu Rona, what I've learned as the district director, I think in every role that we serve or take in Toastmasters, we learn everything, even from the club, area, division, district. But the challenge, it might be different because when you're dealing with the club, you're dealing with like 8 or 30 active members. And then when you go up to the area, you're handling like at least 3 clubs with like 50 members or something. But if you are in the district level, you're not handling the clubs area, but you're also handling 3 different countries. We have Indonesia, Brunei, and East Malaysia. So the challenge is not only like dealing with bunch of people, but also you are like the one who need to accommodate any other conflict that might arise, not between your team members, but also across division area or even in the club level itself. So I think I learned from this district director is that I learned how to deal with people, how to manage conflict as well. Not conflict that I have, but I thought at first, Ibu Rona, I thought, okay, I might be having conflicts with people, because if you're dealing with a bunch of people, you might have conflict, right? But then I'm the one who have to deal with conflicts among my members or leaders. But it is good, Ibu Rona, right? Because we learn from that and how we deal with that. And in the end, it should have not been a win-win solution, but at least everyone can accept the decision that made. And making a decision, being a decision maker, it's also a hard and tough job, Ibu Rona, because you cannot like please everyone, right? If you have a decision A, for instance, some people might be happy, but some are not. There no one decision that can please and make everyone happy. So being a top leader, I need to make a decision that could benefit and suit most of the needs of my members. And also not forget to, dealing with other past leaders that I need to get advices from them as well. And yeah, I think, dealing with bunch of people and then managing conflicts that I learned the most, Ibu Rona. And finally, the third one is that I learned that I am actually surrounded by very dedicated and committed people, because never thought in my mind that I have people who will stand by me in the very beginning. They were there when I need the most. I never thought that. I thought, okay, when I was district director, in the end, yes, everything will be on your own. But then, in very last minute, there are still people who help and guide me, Burona. I never thought. So I learned that it is not people that close to you that will help or support you, but it is much more than that. Toastmasters, everyone will help you to reach and to achieve your goals. I must mention the name. I can mention our past international president, John Lau. He is supporting me all the way in the very last 2-3 months. He keeps supporting me and give the solutions. I never thought that, because he's like up there and I was like here. So yeah, that's what I learned, Ibu Rona. Like, I am surrounded by a very committed and supportive people, and that's what I'm doing right now. I will be there during not only August terms as the district director, and for the future leaders as well, to give my full support.
As you mentioned that, so what is your next step? I mean, after being the district director, what path are you going to take? Are you going just to stop as district director, or you plan to be like going to region advisor, or maybe even higher?
Okay, so Ibu Rona, when we started to apply as trio, starting from the club growth director, it is a 4-year commitment. Club growth director, program quality director, district director, and immediate past district director. And as the immediate past district director, I will be also serving as the district leadership committee chair, the one who will nominate, interviewing, and screening for the future leaders that will serve for the future terms after August finished his term. So if you're asking for the next step in Toastmasters, next path or journey that I will take, I think at this time, for at least like 1, 2, or 3 years, I need to slow down a little bit because again, it has been 4 years, Ibu Rona. I'm not saying that I'm not going to serve or no, but I think I need to slow down myself a little bit because yeah, I got married actually last year, so I need to also focus on my family. So we're planning to have a baby and all that. So I think I need to slow down and then enjoy my time, my quality time, my me time, my family time a little bit. Toastmasters also part of my family, but then I need to focus now more on my family time. But let's see what tomorrow has story, because I don't know, for the next 4 or 5 years probably I'll go for the higher one. But for now, yes, just I need to have my own quality time with my family.
Yeah, I think I got it because like being in the leadership, a lot of pressure and you have to spend a lot of time, and probably your husband or complain before when you were alone, then probably you can do as you wish. But now as you have a family, then you have to think your significant other, how they feel. And they want more time of you too, from you too. Yeah. But
Yes.
Congratulations on your wedding, although it's a belated congratulations.
No worries. Thank you.
I think for those of us who like to go to the path to district director, do you have any recommendation what to do or how to achieve it and why? And maybe if you can share anything, because I think your journey to the district director may be useful to us, learning from your experience.
Okay. Very great question, Ibu Rona. So I can say that I am a very into the point and details when I'm doing something. So I'm not the one who's going to do the shortcut or everything. It's not that I don't want to have the instant process on that, but I would like to always enjoy all the process and the learning. That's why everything I always start from the beginning, the scratch. I start from the club, serving as the excos, the vice president and the club president, and go to the area governor back then, and then division governor, and then go to the senior district offices, and then go to the trio. Even before trio, I go to the district extended team, and then go to the trio. Why? Because I need to equip myself. I'm not a very confident person, Ibu Rona, so I think I need to equip myself with sufficient knowledge and skills and capability, because if we are serving into the higher level, people will demand or request more from you, right? So if I can like instantly from the area director go to the trio, it is okay. And it is actually aligned with the requirements, right? But then I realized that there will be a lot of things that I need to complete and fulfill here and there. So I don't want to disappoint everyone, and everything that I take, I always complete and fulfill it like 100%. It is not the half, but I always, very committed person. So if I'm doing it, I mean it, and I take it very serious and take full responsibility of that. So that's why I enjoy the learning of it step by step. Everyone will not get disappointment from that. And you will not, and we will not disappoint ourselves as well.
How long have you been members of Toastmasters?
I joined Toastmasters back in 2007. So I think it's almost 15 years. Yes, it is 15 years this 15 year.
Years. Okay, so it's a long
journey. 15 years, yes.
So take it slowly.
Yes, but I'm not suggesting also, right? Like to become the district director, you have to be like me. No, we can see it, for example, from Agus. He's been in Toastmasters for I think it's 5 years from him. And now look at him. He's already in the district director. So every journey, every learning for each person in Toastmasters is different. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Any last things you would like to convey, which I have not covered?
Yes, Ibu Rona, it is, if I can suggest everyone, like, I would like to encourage everyone to take the leadership roles more in Toastmasters, regardless how small or huge it is. It doesn't matter because in each role, basically, you will learn something. Even in the club level, if you're not taking any meeting roles, at least you attend the club. It will mean a lot, really a lot. The presence, the attendance mean a lot to everyone there. So take a role, and then when you're taking the role, take it seriously and full of responsibility. Then you will get the benefit of Toastmasters.
Thank you, Zilva. I think I completely agree. I think taking role, being active in Toastmasters will give you more than if just being a member and then passively participating. So thank you very much, Zilva, for your time and chance to have a chit chat with you. And I congratulate you for achieving distinguished district. And it's like 10 years from the last one. I would like to say thank you to our Zilva Boaz, DTM, our immediate past district director. And I would like to say goodbye, Ronawati Wongso, as your host, and see you in the next opportunity. Bye.